Can I just start with asking, I know you don't have them on now because I'm sure you've had a shower and got rid of the smelly orange socks, but you had the orange socks on today. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, the 16 Days in WA campaign centred around raising awareness, ending family and domestic violence. The theme this year about play your part. It's a really important issue that, proud of our club for being able to get behind and raising awareness. I think in the public we're all on the same side about ending domestic violence, but acknowledging that it still happens at quite an alarming rate, I think, is really important, and sharing that message that this is an issue that, as a society, we still need to do better at. I think the more that we can, let everyone know and acknowledge that this is still a really big issue within our society, and that we've all got a part to play in changing the culture and helping change this this part of life at the moment.
And important to generate conversation amongst the teammates, young and old, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the sooner you can have these sort of conversations, they're not always. It's not a nice issue to discuss. So I think that sometimes we shy away from talking about it. So I think within our male-dominated environment, we should be role models in leading the way in acknowledging that this is an issue, and that we all play a part in helping to find a way to beat it.
Alex, a couple of weeks into pre-Christmas, how does it feel compared to other seasons?
It's still hard. I don't know, it's a funny one. I've tried to think about that myself. It's my 13th pre-season, and the way that I perceive pre-seasons now compared to when I first started is probably different. My first few years is probably survival mode and just get through and very individual, whereas now I'm thinking a bit more holistic around how we're going as a team, how do we come back from a fitness point of view, what are we working on from a gameplay point of view, what are we packing into our days, and how's our days and weeks being structured. And I think we're doing a good job so far of hitting a good balance of getting a lot of work in, having enough time to sort of recoup and recover. But it's exciting. We've got a group who are really hungry. I think in previous years there's maybe been some players and general unsurety of how guys will come back, or waiting to get into the pre-season, whereas that just doesn't happen anymore. We've got 40-odd guys who are just back, ready to go, and hungry to get better, which I think is a good spot to be in.
Feel it's driven a little bit by the finals, the one getting to finals again but losing that game?
To be honest, no. I think the last 3 years we've come back well. I think the way you finish the season always lingers. So, we're hungry because we made finals and we lost. We were hungry the year before because we didn't make finals. We were hungry the year before that because we made finals, won a game and lost. So you always take the end of the season as motivation, because for 17 teams, you lose, so you need to get better. So I think it's a bit similar for all teams really, but certainly personally I've thought about that game a lot, and had a few sleepless nights, and want to get better because I don't want to be in that position again, and want to become a better team so we can win finals and not finish a bit later in September.
You feel like you're a bit more advanced now, obviously age-wise, people are a year older, going into the draft again. Do you think you're equipped now for a bit of attack at it?
I think so. I felt like we were last year. I think you learn best and quickest in really high-pressure environments, and we were able to be in a few of those throughout the season. We were able to play in some big games and win some big games, but then we had some big games where we didn't perform either, had some bad losses during the season, and then that final series, it was the extended one for us really. The Bulldogs game was the final for us, so obviously proud of how we were able to perform then. But the Gold Coast game, inconsistent, and to be able to sit with that real disappointment and to have a game finish where you know that we could be playing next week and our season could be alive, our dream could be alive, but it wasn't. It's really hard, and you learn really strong lessons in that. So I feel like, going through that sets us up better for next year when we're in those big moments and big games, that we're a bit more, we have that more experience and we're a bit more assured of ourselves, a bit more calm.
We've seen you with the purple arm guard out there. How's the body sort of feeling generally?
Yeah, body's good. no real issues with the arm. It's given what's happened to it, the multiple surgeries and the plate that's in there. It's just a little bit sensitive at times, so just wear the guard whilst on these first few weeks of pre-season. I think I wore it last pre-season for a little bit as well.
And what about the captaincy? How can you to continue leading this group?
It's not something I've thought about. I love leading the group, and it's a really exciting place to be. I love coming to work and working with our whole club, to be honest, our staff and our coaches and our young players who are driven to get better and driven to be the best we can be. So my role at the moment, helping to drive that, will be consistent throughout my time here, and I'm enjoying that.
Have you been mentoring some of those new faces that have been coming into the group, Tobin Murray, Kickett, etc.? How have they been getting along with everyone?
Yeah, I think we've done a great job at the draft. The young guys that have come in you can tell they're really, really hungry, and they've all got that natural sort of footy ability. We've gone small, which is always nice. They're not trying to replace me or any of the big blokes, just a bunch of small forwards and like little mids. But I think they're exciting talents, and I think the main thing you want to see with young guys that come in is they're hungry to learn, and you don't want guys to come in and think they're the finished product. And I think the guys that have come in, they're listening, they're making mistakes, they're learning from that, and I think we've got really strong characters, and if you're a strong character, then you'll be able to grow and improve. So I think we've done a good job.
Just on that mix with Bay, back into that back line, adds another layer to your certainly the dash out of the half back line.
Yeah, I think so. He's been here this week, and I know he's been living with Clarkey, so he's probably been learning how to run off and running bounces, and we're trying. I think he'll be great. He'll be great for us. Again, he's a high character kid coming back home, which is exciting. And it's still so early in the pre-season, but we're excited as a backline group to welcome him in and to work with him.
Exciting to see players like Hayden Young, who obviously had a very interrupted year last year, already out in pre-season early on performing. It's good to see him healthy. Yeah,
absolutely. I actually travelled with Youngie quite a bit during the off-season, did a bit of touring around the world, and then he finished off, did a week in Qatar, in Doha, doing some specialist training, and I know he got a lot out of that, him and Sean working together side by side, and he's been able to come in and actually, join in training from the start, and it's great to, I think he was talking to you guys last week, but he just didn't train for so long due to his leg and obviously the interrupted season that he had. So just to get some consistency with Youngie, he's such an important player for us, and I think these last few months have really set him up well, and hopefully he can just continue that over this next little bit in the pre-season.
Alex being in Tasmania, happy that's now over the line?
Yeah, absolutely. I was back home for a week over the off-season with friends and family, and a lot of them are really excited about the new team coming in. So it's nice that it's been ticked off and that Tassie will have their team.
How much attention do you pay to that? Obviously, you're Fremantle Dockers captain, but a proud Tasmanian. Do you sort of keep updated with all that as much as you can as well?
Yeah, I think my algorithm's a bit leans to Tassie news as much as WA news, so I get the notifications that come through. And again, like my family and friends, a lot of them are from, that still live in Tassie. So, and I'm a supporter of the team, and really happy that it's moving forward.